Welcome back to Bahar Interior and Exterior Design. When people imagine a beautiful closet, they usually picture elegant cabinetry, warm lighting, and perfectly organized shelves. But none of those things are where great closet design actually begins. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes I see is that people choose a wardrobe before they understand what that wardrobe needs to do. A closet isn't just a piece of furniture, it's part of your daily routine. You open it every morning, reach for your clothes, store your belongings, and interact with it more than almost any other element in your bedroom. That's why a well-designed closet isn't measured by how much it can hold, it's measured by how effortlessly it works. In this video, I'll walk you through the same design process interior designers use before planning a custom wardrobe. We'll look at the decisions that matter most, from understanding your lifestyle to choosing the right dimensions, creating efficient storage, selecting better materials, and avoiding costly design mistakes. If you're planning a new wardrobe, renovating your bedroom, or simply want your existing closet to function better, these principles will help you make smarter decisions before you invest your time and money. Let's get started. Before we talk about cabinet dimensions, drawer layouts, or expensive finishes, we need to answer one simple question. Who is this closet being designed for? Professional designers never begin with the cabinets, they begin with the person, because no two wardrobes are the same. Someone who wears business suits every day needs a completely different layout than someone whose wardrobe is mostly casual clothing. A growing collection of dresses requires different proportions than a wardrobe built around jackets and folded knitwear. The same is true for shoes, handbags, accessories, even seasonal clothing. That's why the first step in every successful closet design is taking inventory, not of the room, but of your lifestyle. Ask yourself, how many clothes do you actually hang? How many are folded? Do you own more shoes than shelves? Are your handbags displayed or stored away? Do you need space for luggage, sports equipment, or seasonal bedding? These questions may seem simple, but they determine every design decision that follows. A common mistake is trying to create equal space for everything. Good closet design doesn't treat every item equally. It gives priority to the things you use most often. Daily essentials should always be within comfortable reach. Occasionally used items can be stored higher or lower. Seasonal pieces should occupy the least accessible areas. This is exactly how professional designers think. They don't start by filling empty cabinets. They create a storage system that reflects how you actually live, because once the layout supports your daily habits, staying organized becomes effortless. Now that we understand who the closet is being designed for, the next step is making sure it actually works. This is where good design becomes measurable. One of the biggest misconceptions is that a wardrobe can simply be adjusted to fit whatever space is available. In reality, your clothes determine the dimensions, not the room. Let's start with depth. A standard wardrobe should have an overall depth of 60 to 65 centimeters, or about 24 to 26 inches. That isn't an arbitrary number. It's based on the space required for a standard clothes hanger and the natural drape of your garments. When a closet is too shallow, jackets become compressed, sleeves catch behind the doors, and delicate fabrics wrinkle every time you. If you're using sliding doors, remember that the track system also takes up space. That means your internal storage depth becomes even smaller, so this should always be considered during the planning stage. Depth is only part of the equation. Comfortable access is just as important. If you're designing a walk-in closet, leave at least 90 centimeters or about 36 inches of clear walking space between opposing cabinets. Ideally, aim for 100 to 120 centimeters. That extra room allows 2 doors or drawers to open comfortably without making the space feel cramped. Another mistake I often see is placing the highest shelf far beyond comfortable reach. Just because the ceiling is high doesn't mean every centimeter should become storage. The uppermost shelves are best reserved for seasonal items, luggage, or things you rarely use. Everyday clothing should always remain within easy reach, reducing unnecessary stretching or bending. Professional designers don't simply maximize storage. They maximize comfort, because a closet that is difficult to use will never stay organized for long. Once the dimensions are right, it's time to organize the interior. This is where most closets succeed or fail. Many ready-made wardrobes follow the same formula: one long hanging rail, a few deep shelves, and several large drawers. It looks organized in the showroom, but after a few months of everyday use, everything begins competing for the same space. Professional designers think differently. Instead of asking how many shelves can we fit, we ask, what does each item actually need? Let's start with hanging space. Most wardrobes benefit from double hanging for shirts, jackets, trousers, and folded garments. Each hanging section only needs around 100 to 110 centimeters of height. By placing 2 hanging rods, one above the other, you can almost double your storage capacity without increasing the size of the closet. Reserve a separate section for longer garments, such as dresses and coats. These require approximately 150 to 160 centimeters of clear height, so fabrics hang naturally without folding or touching the floor. Then come the drawers. In my experience, drawers are one of the most valuable parts of any closet, but only when they're designed with intention. The upper drawers should remain shallow, making it easier to organize watches, jewelry, belts, sunglasses, and smaller accessories. Deeper drawers belong lower in the wardrobe, where they can comfortably hold knitwear, denim, or seasonal clothing. And then there are shelves. Open shelves are wonderful for displaying handbags or neatly folded sweaters, but when they're too deep, they quickly become forgotten storage. Items disappear into the back, stacks collapse, and everyday organization becomes frustrating. One of my favorite additions to a custom closet is a dedicated place for the details people usually overlook: a pull-out valet rod for planning tomorrow's outfit, a concealed laundry hamper, accessory trays, tie organizers, jewelry inserts. Small details like these don't add much space. They simply make the space work better. That's the difference between a closet that looks beautiful and one that genuinely improves your daily routine. Up to this point, we've focused on function. Now let's talk about something that separates an ordinary wardrobe from one that feels truly custom. And surprisingly, it isn't the price, it's the attention to detail. One of the first things I consider in every closet design is lighting. A single ceiling light is rarely enough. When you stand in front of your wardrobe, your body blocks the light, casting shadows over everything you're trying to see. Instead, professional closets use integrated lighting placed inside the cabinetry itself. Vertical LED strips along the side panels or concealed lighting beneath shelves illuminate the clothing directly, making every section brighter and easier to use. I also recommend choosing a warm neutral color temperature between 3000 and 3500 Kelvin. This creates a comfortable atmosphere while allowing the true colors of your clothing to remain accurate. Materials make an equally important difference. Many people focus on the exterior finish because that's what everyone sees. Designers know the interior matters just as much. Every time you open your closet, that interior becomes part of the experience. Instead of glossy white melamine, consider textured finishes that feel softer and more refined. Warm oak interiors, linen textured laminates, soft matte finishes. These materials don't just look better, they create depth, reduce visible scratches, and give the wardrobe the quiet elegance of a luxury boutique. Hardware deserves the same attention. High-quality concealed hinges and soft closed drawer runners may never become the center of attention, but you'll notice them every single day. The silence, the smooth movement, the effortless feeling. That's where quality reveals itself. Finally, if you're considering glass doors, think carefully about transparency. Clear glass looks beautiful in photographs, but in everyday life it also reveals every misplaced shirt and every bit of clutter. Fluted glass or smoked glass softens what's behind it while still allowing light to pass through. It's a simple design decision that makes a closet feel calmer, cleaner, and far more sophisticated. Before we finish, I want to share a few mistakes I see over and over again, not because they're dramatic, but because they're expensive to fix once the closet has been built. The first mistake is designing only for today's wardrobe. Your closet should have room to evolve. Clothing collections grow, lifestyles change, and storage needs rarely stay the same. A little flexibility today can save a complete renovation later. Another common mistake is filling every available space with shelves. At first, it feels like you're maximizing storage. In reality, you're creating visual clutter. Empty space isn't wasted space. It gives your wardrobe room to breathe and makes it much easier to stay organized. I also see far too many closets finished in bright glossy white. While they may feel clean at first, glossy surfaces highlight fingerprints, scratches, and reflected light, making the entire wardrobe feel less refined over time. Soft matte finishes usually age far more gracefully. Finally, don't underestimate accessibility. If you have to bend down every morning to reach your everyday shoes, or climb onto a chair to reach the clothes you wear every week, the design has already failed. Beautiful closets aren't defined by how much they can store. They're defined by how effortlessly they support your daily routine. Because good design should simplify your life, not ask you to work harder. A well-designed closet is about much more than storage. It's about creating a space that makes your daily routine feel simpler, calmer, and more enjoyable. When every item has a purpose, every measurement is intentional, and every detail is designed around the way you live, your closet becomes something you experience, not just something you use. And that's what thoughtful interior design is really about. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you were designing your dream closet, what's the one feature you wouldn't want to live without? Let me know in the comments below. I always enjoy reading your ideas and experiences. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. If you found this guide helpful and you'd like to learn more about timeless interior design, practical design principles, and creating beautiful homes that truly work for everyday life, I'd be delighted to have you here. Please consider subscribing to Bahar Interior and Exterior Design. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps support the channel and allows me to create more in-depth design guides like this. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next design lesson.